In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a little bit of everything from this past weekend. My weekends usually consist of cleaning, resetting, and homemaking, but this weekend we were prepping hospitality to have our friends over for the holiday. We also just enjoyed a pretty peaceful Saturday. I focused a little bit on self-care, spending the first few hours just kind of relaxing and enjoying some of my favorite things to do in the summer for self-care. I also did a little bit of prepping for the upcoming week, so I usually do some type of reset during the weekend to prepare for the week ahead. We have a little trip coming up with my niece and nephew at the lake, and then it's my son's 8th birthday, so I was getting ready for that. So I'm sharing a little bit of that in today's video, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, FOREO. I use the FAQ 202 mask, and the last time I mentioned it in a video, it sold out. Today I'm going to be sharing another coupon in this video so you can take advantage of this or any other products on the site. I have been using this mask very consistently. This is their new generation of LED face mask. It's a silicone LED face mask, super lightweight. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I've tried several different LED face masks, and I like this one because it has 8 different wavelengths, NIR, and it is ultra lightweight, wireless, completely wireless, so you can walk around, do chores. You have lots of different options in terms of the 8 different wavelengths when it comes to tackling signs of aging and other skin concerns. They have an app where you can choose different combinations of wavelengths for different skin concerns, or you can simply just tap on the mask and choose which color you prefer. There are so many great products on the website, so we are extending the coupon code. If you'd like to check out the FAQ 202 or any of the other FOREO bestsellers, you can click the link in my description box and use my code RachelT35 for an extra 35% off almost anything on their website. And that applies to already discounted items, which can bring the total discount to 50%. So hopefully you can take advantage of this because last time it sold out. So I'll be talking about self-care a little bit later in the video, but let's jump back to Friday, the 4th of July. We were spending most of the morning just kind of cleaning, me and the kids and Byron. We were cleaning and just prepping to have our friends over for the 4th of July. So we were doing kind of like a barbecue dinner. So I was peeling the potatoes, Byron was prepping the meat. I spent the morning just doing mostly cleaning, which I do every weekend anyway, and so this weekend wasn't that much different, but we were hustling a little bit more, doing a little bit more detailed cleaning, and then I was prepping the potatoes, and we were getting ready to do our barbecue dinner for when our friends came later that night. During the summer months, I try to make it a priority to keep the front porch clean and organized. It's a place that I really enjoy hanging out during the warmer months, but especially if we're going to be hosting, it's just an enjoyable place. Since our friends have kids and the kids are going to want to be in the pool, of course, we want to sit on the front porch and watch them play in the pool as well. So I'm prepping the day bed. I made sure to wash that and I'm resetting that. I also brought out some towels and I'm hanging those up. I'm going to wash the front porch because my chickens like to come up to the front porch pretty often, and sometimes there's like chicken poops that end up there or it just gets dirty. So I will just take the hose and hose down the front porch just to give it a nice clean look. I'll just make sure there's sunscreen out there, and I also put a fan out there too, so if it's getting really hot, there's a little bit of airflow. I also like to clean all of the mats. And I had just finished mopping inside the house. Actually, Isaiah helped me mop. He is a fantastic mopper. and so he helped me mop inside the house. So I brought all of that back in, and I'm just gonna clean up the front porch. I'll even clean the windows just to make sure it's really organized and pretty. For dinner, we started prep pretty early in the day, so the mashed potatoes, the meat, and the sides, so a pretty simple barbecue dinner. And then a few very simple appetizers, guacamole with the pickled jalapenos that my husband grew and pickled. So good, such great flavor. And then sourdough bread and olive oil and balsamic. And then I just did just a few little simple summer touches around the house. And then, of course, fireworks because of the 4th of July. So the previous Saturday, we had filmed a seminar with Nicholas Mergali. He is a world champion in jiu-jitsu. So my husband was starting to edit down the footage that we captured during that seminar, and him and I take turns editing. So for the first half of the day, I get a little bit of time to just kind of chill. The kids were sleeping in. They were super tired from the day before. So while Byron was getting started on the edit, I decided to do some just really simple self-care. It was really sunny in the morning, so I went out around like 10 or 11, and I'm just getting a few minutes of sun. I'm trying to build a little bit of color since we're going on our little camping trip coming up soon. And then I was feeling pretty stiff and sore from the week before. Like on Thursday, we did max day at the gym, and we maxed out on like push-ups and pull-ups. But since the workouts are getting harder and harder, the recovery is definitely necessary. And I did a video recently about how I try to do rest and recovery during the weekends, what that looks like. So I try to squeeze some of that in during the weekends, even if we do have to work or we're busy. And it's been a busy few days, and it's going to be, my son's birthday and everything. So today, I just wanted to take the morning to just lean into some stretching, some mobility, and really just let my body recover and feel good in this space. So I'm just stretching over here while Byron's editing in the background. And it felt so good. And then I just took a nice shower. I'm going to put on my face mask. I try to do this pretty much every day. Sometimes I'll miss a day here and there, but to be honest, I'm very consistent with it. I typically do it at night before bed, but a lot of times just after I take a shower and my face is clean. I always start with the red light, which is supposed to be, the best for anti-aging and firming. I will also use the green light, which is supposed to help with brightening and evening out the skin tone. And then I also like the purple, which aims to improve the appearance of hyperpigmentation. So each of the lights has different benefits, and you can look them up because it's really interesting to read up on the studies about it and, the benefits of it for the skin. But I am very consistent with it, and I love to wear it when I'm relaxing in bed, usually before bed. But sometimes if I'm just having a rest and recovery day, I'm watching some Netflix today and just chilling, I will put the mask on. And then since I do have the rest of the day, I usually do a very, very simple makeup routine during the summer months. Drunk Elephant vitamin C in the morning, and also their B serum mixed together. I like the Rare Beauty lifting gel. It's just a clear gel for your eyebrows. Love it because it really does lift the eyebrows. That will be a staple for probably forever. I think it's the best brow gel. I've also been using the Drunk Elephant Rosi drops. So it gives the, little blushed appearance, but it also is an omega-rich serum that adds a rosy all-over flush. The other thing I will say is since I started using Drunk Elephant, I haven't had a single breakout when I'm using Drunk Elephant. Like nothing. So I am a believer. I love it. I knew I was going to like it, but I am definitely a believer. And I've been keeping it pretty simple when it comes to summer skincare and makeup. That's pretty much all I'm using right now is my LED mask, those 2 products by Drunk Elephant in the morning, and then then I'll use those few makeup products, and that's it on most days. Now I am switching out my bag, so I'm doing a little bit of prep for the coming up week. Like I've said, we're going on a lake trip with my niece and nephew, so this is the bag I normally take to the gym, the duffel. And so I pulled everything out of my duffel. I'm going to use that for our away trip. I just got this Under Armour backpack. I thrifted it for $12, and it's like in excellent condition. I was so stoked. So I'm going to use this for the gym. So I'm just putting my gym shorts in there, my gi, and also my Muay Thai, everything I need for Muay Thai. So I have also my Bose headphones that I like to use for the workout class. And I also have a bag with all of my hygiene items. And I have like mints in there and lip balm and stuff like that. So I'm going to pack up my bag for the next week so it's ready to go on Monday when we hit the ground running with our normal schedule. And then I'm going to save my duffel. I'm going to start packing that for our getaway trip. Last but certainly not least, I needed to prep for my son's 8th birthday. So I'm wrapping his presents. And then for his birthday this year, last year we did a party at the arcade and like laser tag. This year we're going to do Nashville Shores just as a family. We thought it would be really fun just for the 4 of us to go and spend the day together at Nashville Shores. And so I am wrapping up his presents, and we'll make a breakfast and then head out in the morning to Nashville Shores for his birthday. So it's going to be a pretty busy weekend, which is why I tried to squeeze in a little bit of rest and recovery. And I got some cleaning done because of our friends coming over, so I was kind of able to do my weekend reset anyway. A little bit of that for the weekend, prepping for Isaiah's 8th birthday. I can't believe he's turning 8. And enjoying our time together as a family. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.